Hello mga kasubs and welcome to the Sarsicles TV. You got me, Mark, and on this nice and bright shiny Monday morning. Woohoo! Well, 15th payday for some of us. 15th is not my cutoff. So for those who are going to get their hard-earned moolah today, please spend wisely. I hope you have your budget straight so that you don't, spend on stuff. Please do not gamble. Use it for something worthwhile. We have here a recommendation from Krusty Crazy and Kingmaster. The recommendation is a cover of a Frank Sinatra original, but this will be the. I'm not sure if it's the actual song to be played or was it like a like the Squid Game version. I don't know. We're gonna find out because the video duration is 6:18, and I'm as far as I know, this song is not that long. So we're gonna find out shortly. This will be my first time listening to this particular cover, and of course we will react thereafter. The title of the song is "Fly Me to the Moon." Before we give it a go, just a quick thank you to all our viewers, subscribers, members, and sponsors. Maraming salamat sa inyo. And without any further delays, let's give this song a go. In 3, 2, 1.
play among the stars. I wanna see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss my highway song and let me sing forevermore. 'Cause you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please, oh please, please be true. No, no, no. In other words, oh, in come on, baby. Fly me to the
And that's the end of the song. Wow! Nicely done. Panalo yung cover. Pucha, ang galing. Woo! The intro yung ano eh. Have a listen at this intro. As I listen to it, you wouldn't know that that's the song unless they tell you that we're about our next song is yada yada yada, right? So if they just suddenly play this, you wouldn't know that it's "Fly Me to the Moon" unless Gigi starts singing. So very catchy, yan, catchy intro. So I can imagine this if you're playing this at a bar or something, there people are not paying attention with the intro, and then all of a sudden, fly me to, and that's where wow, wow, what's that? It that's a nice hook. I like the drum part here. Yung as he plays the verse part, he's hitting the rather than the skin of the drums, he's hitting the rim, giving you that nice tak 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 sound. Very cool. Tapos somewhere around the second verse, that's you may notice verse one, the guitar's not yet playing. It was until the next verse where he started playing, and you can hear some nice funk introduced to the song, and that's via his wah sound, that wah wah effect, that wow wow, just a cool sound. Uh, there in the bass can also be heard here and there. I would say he's somewhere at the mid high range with that nice. Every time he slides, you can hear him with the here and there. He can be heard. My favorite parts are The first one, of course, is the lead part. It's somewhat like lead slash instrumental. It starts with the keyboard. Let me see if it's somewhere around 2 minutes. Let me take it to somewhere around 2 minutes 45. I think it's as early as this one. Yeah, it's as early as 2 minutes 20. It's lengthy, so it seemed like some sort of instrumental, but it can also be considered like a lead part, just because you can hear guitars really the people really putting some force. And then it's not until around 2 minutes 40 when the guitar kicks in with his lead part. And mind you, the tone, I like the warmth of his tone. Kind of reminds me of Santana because it has that similar warmth. I would dare say Santana's guitar is much warmer. Probably it's because of the guitar choice. Gigi's guitarist is using a what I believe is a Strat. Yeah, or Strat style. And you can see here from a pickup configuration perspective, it's using yung what we call yung single coil. That's why you can make it warm, but not as warm as a humbucker or a those hybrid guitars. But nevertheless, I like the warmth he made into his guitar. Second thing I like here is around 3 minutes 40. Uh, that verse, fly me to the moon, blah, 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 blah. This is the spring of Jupiter and Mars. Around 3 minutes 40. Okay, it's actually 3 minutes 30. So it's typically after the lead part. So let me take you somewhere around 3 minutes 20 or 3 minutes. I think this is good. 3 minutes 18. It's still the instrumental part. The reason why I like this part, the Jupiter and Mars part, that you will hear around 3 minutes 40, is because I thought that Gigi was about to go out of tune. But it turns out she was just playing with the notes, which I kind of like because it's like risky, unnecessary. And yes, you may notice the sudden loss of audio in my earlier recording, and I don't know what happened with the microphone, but you know that just to continue with where we left, around 3 minutes, the 3 minutes 40, the almost out of tune, or what I thought was out of tune. Let's have a go at that portion one more time. Duh, 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 duh. Let's back up a bit.
Bring
Okay, here we go.
the moon and let me play among the stars. I wanna see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words,
So that portion, when she said Jupiter, and then she did that nice pull, raised the note up, and back in town. Ang galing, galing. I like that part. Maybe it's just me. Akala ko lang pero it's really not really out of tune. Galing, ang galing lang talaga nung execution on that part. One more thing I like about the song is the scatting. This is my first time hearing Gigi do the scatting thing, that dooby pop 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 dooby dooby pop pop pop. Let's go there. Somewhere a little over, I think 4 minutes 30 or something. Tingnan natin. Galing. It's very pleasant to listen to. Ang galing ng voice niya. Here we go. Woo! Let's just stop there. Ah. So there's that repetitive, the doobly doobly, and then there's that going low, there's that going high, and then there's that going gentle, and it's just a nice complete sampler of that scotting. Galing talaga lang. I'm overwhelmed by the awesomeness of Gigi's performance and her band. Galing, galing, galing. Woo! Let me know what you think. Ano yung nag-stand out dito sa ano na to, sa from an arranging perspective, which part sa song? Let me know in the comments. For now, that will be my reaction. If you haven't done it yet, please check out the stuff you can do to show loving to our channel. Please do as many as you can. Don't forget to tell your family and friends about the Sarsicles TV. Sharing is caring, and most importantly, stay safe, everyone. I'll see you on the next video.